Hi, I am Jon Marshall and I'm at Search Engine Strategies London 2010. We just completed the Advanced Paid Search panel and it was a fantastic session with an enormous amount of questions. There were some excellent tips given. So with me I have Jon Myers.
Hi, John.
And I want to ask you, John, one of your tips in your list of 10.5 tips, the one that really caught my attention was the phrase you used, search path analysis, and how people should think about that. Now, we almost didn't even have enough time here to go into it in enough depth. So just expand on it more. What is search path analysis and how can I use it?
Definitely, without a doubt. I mean, it's a bit difficult getting 10.5 tips as it was into 15 minutes and trying to explain search path. But I mean, search path is something that we've been trialing and doing a lot of in the last couple of years, really now. So I think we've probably led the market in some respects in it. And the idea is based around, obviously, you have big generic keywords that drive a lot of volume, and you have brand terms that get high conversion. And it's understanding effectively how you get from point A, which is big generic, to point B, and what is the model that goes between that. Because a typical searcher doesn't just put in the word holiday and purchase a holiday. It's a considered purchase. It takes time. It might be up to 40 days. And they refine that process. So you might start with holiday. You might then go holiday in Spain. You might go cheap holiday Spain. You might go holiday in Mallorca. And then a typical hotel or something in Mallorca. And then effectively he's bought into a brand allegiance and he buys from, say, a company like Thomas Cook. So we've got a full path there, which if you understand that path, you can really understand how keywords interact with each other. Because historically people have always said that the big generic keywords are the words that never convert, never cost in, and that's generally true. But those keywords are what we call feeder keywords that will actually start the process of sale, but not actually finish the process of sale. So you can actually add a value to those keywords even though they're not costing in. So if you reverse engineer the process and look at all of the query paths, there might be tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, and understand out which keywords are involved in a path and which keywords convert to sale. And then you can say, well, I can give a value to keywords that are in the path but never converted to sale. But then any keywords that were never in a path and were never in a sale, you can say, well, do I really need them? And there's a huge cost efficiency saving there. And I think more and more people are starting to warm up to this in the market, because I think at that route, if you're going to optimize at that level, you're getting to the point of pure, real optimization and real advanced tactics.
But how do you? That's great. I love it. And of course,
hopefully everyone understands that.
Yeah. No, it's clear for me. You've used a very good phrase to describe a complex problem. The time between each of these searches, in the example that you give of the holiday, the time is, of course, days. It could even be a couple of weeks from one to the next.
Hugely.
So how do you go about constructing what that path looks like? I mean, what are the steps that you go through?
I mean, you've got to get a good bit of kit in place. Technology is going to be the thing that drives the visibility on this. I mean, there's tools out there in the marketplace like DoubleClick, which is obviously owned by Google now, and I think that might be the next step. They'll start to integrate that product into AdWords at some point. They haven't yet. It's been the lifeblood of sort of UK agencies for quite a while now as a tool. But they developed as part of the tool the ability to look at queries and path strings. So DoubleClick acts where it follows a user, it drops a cookie on the user, and then it understands how they operate through the process over a period of time. And you can set that to whatever period of time. Say in holiday, it's a long drawn out process. In other products, it's I need it now. It might be a 2 keyword string. It might be 2 days. So what DoubleClick will allow you to do is to say, well, this user did this on this day, and then 7 days later he did this on this keyword, and 10 days after that it was this keyword, and then you can construct a string and understand that string, and then effectively apply, looking at the data and being the Excel geeks that we were all talking about in there, creating your pivot tables, cutting it back, and really understanding by pocketing your keywords, influencing keywords, sales keywords, keywords that you just don't need.
Right, and if you're not using DoubleClick, you can piece it together sort of by inferring it from other sources.
Absolutely, you could piece it together from a whole manner of different sources. You can use a level of analytics and apply different segmentations within there. You can get to the data. It's just getting down to that level. And I think somebody could go out there and visionary moment, it might be yourself. You'll know what you're like. Build a tool that does it. At the end of the day, I think somebody coming to the marketplace with a good, cost-effective tool will really excite a lot of people running paid search campaigns today.
Interesting. Great advice. Yeah, that's great. Thank you very much. So that was Jon Myers with that excellent tip. Jon Myers from MediaVest. Thanks very much.